The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.
I'm Guy.
I'm Clint.
And I was Clint.
Oh, I'm Sharyn.
And I'm Clint. Can I give a special shout out on this podcast introduction?
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
I'd like to give a shout out to Sharyn. I'd like to give a shout out to future Sharyn, who will be listening to this podcast on her treadmill tomorrow morning.
No,
shout out.
I'm not going to listen to it tomorrow.
Well, you should
You
listen.
have to now. You've got to shout
Yeah,
out.
you should listen. You've got to shout out.
No, because I've started listening to the podcast. I listened to it this morning.
Don't say
And-
something bad about it. You're on it.
No, I listened to it and I was way too self-critical of myself and I couldn't finish it. I was like, God damn, you're
I thought you were going
annoying.
to say it was too boring.
No, it wasn't boring. I was just super annoying. So
it
everyone,
is.
I apologise. No wonder we're not very high up the charts. It's me. It's all my fault.
It is hard to listen to yourself, isn't it?
I don't think that you struggle very much, do you? Do you? Can I
What are you trying to say, Sharyn?
I'm only kidding. I'm joking. I would like to recommend a podcast since I've just discovered podcasts.
Great. What are you going to recommend?
I'd like to recommend one called The Brilliant Idiots, and it's one of my favourite radio comedian TV stars, Charlemagne the God, and a guy named Andrew Schultz as well, and it's really funny. So check it out. It's called The Brilliant Idiots.
Don't check it
Wow.
out just yet, though, because look out. Here comes our podcast. In your ears.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the edge.
We're a bit nervous about this because I've come up with a feature, I think.
Hey, believe in yourself, babes.
Had my dad's 60th on the weekend.
Happy birthday, your dad.
Yeah, well, thanks. He'll appreciate that. And he thought it was a hilarious idea at the time, and I wrote it down on my phone, and I kind of remember how it goes, so it may not be as great as I remember, but I still am going to back it 100%.
Okay, good.
Because on Saturday night, my family loved to group line dance, and when I was younger...
Wow, that was a lot of information to take in a sentence.
I have a line dancing career behind me, including...
Group line dancing. That's the best type. Because if you just do non-group line dancing, it's just one person just looking like a weirdo.
Just linear moving.
And when I was doing my line dancing career, we used to open for the Silver Ferns down in Timaru. It was a good time. We did a really good line dance to Shania Twain. Another time we did one to Shaggy's in the summertime.
Did you ever do Achy Breaky Heart?
Yes, everyone does Achy Breaky Heart. It's like the classic line dancing game.
Okay. So the Silver Ferns came to Timaru, and they're like, what should we do to really knock the socks off the visiting team?
We had the Glen Eady School line dancers, girl.
Shaz Dog line dancing to Shaggy.
Yeah, in the summertime. In the summertime. It was pretty cool. But on Saturday night, I got the D floor going, had a bit of ABBA, which our family just love. So we played the whole ABBA Gold album. Then we had some
Great.
Elvis. And then on came Shania Twain's Any Man of Mine, which is one of her very big country hits. And I thought to myself, oh, you still got it, girl. You can still do this. And so I started doing the line dance, and then everyone joined in. I was just as good as when I was a line dancing professional. And I thought the whole time, you still got it, girl. And then my dad and I were outside, and we started talking about how when you're a kid, you can do things, and you can't always do it when you're older.
Yeah,
So I
you lose the
thought,
talent, yeah.
this afternoon, let's celebrate if you've still got it. Things that you could do when you were a kid that you can still do awesomely when you're an adult. And
All right.
the way this works is that you call us on 0800 The Edge or text us to 3343. You tell us what you've still got it at. So, for example, Clint, what were you good at as a kid and you're still good at as an adult?
Don't want to brag too much, but I am the undefeated yo-yo champion of the Rotorua district.
Oh, you brag about that a lot.
So you would call up and you would say, real good at yo-yoing, still a yo-yo champ, and then all of us will go, you
still got it, girl.
Oh, I see how this works.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real fun, all about unicision, and we also get to chant together.
We actually already have someone here ready to give this a go.
Okay. Let's try Matt out. Matt, what were you good at as a child?
Oh, you just got to do a backflip.
A backflip. Oh, Matt.
I
No,
used
no.
to do it when I was 10. I can still do it now and I'm 25.
You can still do it? That means
Yeah.
you still got it, girl!
What do you think, Matt? Out of 10, what's this new feature like?
Oh, something different.
I'll
Give
take
us a
that as a
call.
compliment.
That was nice.
Get ready, guys, because the ground's about to get broken. Is that what happens when you've got a groundbreaking
Yeah, mate.
segment?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because this is something I like to call
You still got it, girl.
Where we celebrate things that you could do as a child that you can still do as an adult.
I've got something. I can still sing a hymn that we learnt at school.
Go on then.
Friends are like flowers, beautiful flowers. Friends are like flowers in the garden of love.
He wasn't wrong, so we have to say, you still got it, girl.
Let's kick this off, and let's kick it off well. We're going to go to Shay first. What's up, Shay?
How are you?
Good, thank you. What's your thing that you've still got?
At the age of 32, I can still walk on my hands.
You still got it, girl. Guys.
Sorry, what?
Guys,
You
this is-
caught us off guard.
I got nervous.
3, 2, 1, go.
You still got it, girl. But Shane's a man.
Yeah, so?
We still go with girl?
Yeah, still good.
All right, Shane, you still got it, girl. Thank
Yeah,
you.
good on
We
you,
sure
Shay.
we want to stay with that girl thing? Yep, okay, cool.
We most definitely do. And Catherine, it's your turn, babes.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm 20 and I can fit 3 M&Ms in my belly button.
You still got it, girl.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
You sound stoked about that. I'm a little bit weirded out, but thanks for your call. This is going great. I'm really excited. Victoria, you're up next.
I'm Victoria and I'm 25 and I can still suck my big toe.
You still got it, girl. Do you still do it? Do you still suck on it?
Yeah.
What?
Just
Why?
myself in private.
What? Why?
I love that. Oh, who doesn't?
Just to prove I can still do it.
Okay,
Good on you, girl.
Good.
Don't act like you haven't tried to suck your big toe in private.
No.
And finishing off with Mark.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm 50 years old this year, and I love longboarding.
Woo! Go, Mike!
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You still got it, girl.
Yeah, I got it all right.
Yeah, you do. I feel like this went well.
What sort of talent is being 52 and still enjoying longboarding? That's not a thing.
Well, what else is he going to do? Sit at home with a t-shirt and track pants talking about rugby?
I love how these talents were all terrible. Peel just wanted you to do the awesome catchphrase. You still got it, girl.
Oh, yes, yo, do.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
It's time now to have a little bit of a chat with our mate Clint about his recent flirtation with the world of celebrity, or crap-lebrity as we probably call them in New Zealand. I don't know if we have any celebrities worth talking about. Lord. If
Yeah.
Lord was dating Peter Jackson, that would be about the only story really worth celebrity gossip. But instead, this week they decided to write about our very own Clint.
Yeah, slow news week.
No, not mate.
You know
This is
what?
prime time.
I love that he's like, slow news week, but his Mike Peru that's inside him is like, yeah, boy,
Hey.
you made it in the paper.
Mike Brew is not and has never been inside me.
Not from lack of trying.
If I was you, Clint, I would be super stoked. This is from the New Zealand Herald on Sunday. I've got the article here. Should I share it with New Zealand?
Most definitely.
Clint, are you okay with this?
Well, it's in the paper. You might as well.
Cute couple alert. Spy has noticed 2 blossoming romances in Auckland just in time for winter cuddles. Aww. Edge, hottie hunk. I added the hottie hunk bit in myself.
I was going to say, because then they would have totally been talking about someone else.
Edge host, they didn't describe you as anything, just Edge host, Clint Roberts, is now dating former MTV Australia correspondent. Can I say her name on the radio?
Yeah.
Lucy Slight.
No, I just want to point out, Clint wants you to say his name because he is batting way above his weight.
Bragging rights. I want to publish as many places as possible.
And then it goes a bit dark for a moment. It mentions her past. She was linked to Connor Nestor.
Which is
From
not actually
TVNZU.
true. I would like to point
You
out
didn't
that's
need to put
not
that
true.
bit on the radio.
How do you know it's not true? It might be true. How do you know, Sharyn?
Because I'm good friends with Lucy and I know for a fact that isn't true.
Oh, well, you never know. She might be hiding dark secrets from you. That can be next week's article. Lucy Slight's Dark Secrets with Connor Nestor.
No.
That's not true.
It says then she is now open about her romance, tweeting her new boy?
Bo.
Oh, sorry, B-E-A-U, Beau. Tweeting a new beau. If I ever break my right arm, I can't do my I can't do my own makeup. Never offer to help me, Clint.
Aww.
Is that romantic or is that more of an insult? Is that more of a get screwed?
Super cute photo though, eh? That photo, weirdly, to keep it in the family, was taken by Sharon's husband, Bryce, and then lifted off my Instagram account.
Weirdly, to keep it in the family is a photo that Clint has submitted to the Herald on Sunday every day since taking the photo, trying to get into the papers. It's not true.
We've actually got the other half of New Zealand's cutest couple in the world on the phone. Clint's girlfriend, Lucy. How are you cute little thing?
Hello, I'm good.
How did you feel opening up the paper yesterday and seeing your face in there for just being so adorable?
Kind of now know how it feels to be a Kardashian. A little bit of false information.
Hey, Lucy, don't get ahead of yourselves, mate. When's the sex tape coming out?
Actually, that's a good question. When are we doing that sex tape?
We might have to discuss that in private.
Okay, cool.
Oh, okay. Well, your private life's not private anymore, babes. Not when you're this adorable. So for people listening right now in a relationship, Lucy, we'd ask Clint, but he won't have a very good answer. We'll ask you, what is the key to being just so damn cute?
Oh, man, that's a tough one.
Just say it's definitely a team effort.
Definitely a team effort.
Oh, you guys are so cute. You repeat each other's sentences.
I know.
The worst news about this is, Lucy, is now that it's in print, you are now officially stuck in a relationship with Clint for at least another 2 weeks, so sucked in.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Minimum. You can't break up with someone straight after the story, so bad luck, babs.
Well, that would give them something else to write about, though.
That is true. Well, congratulations on your new title, one half of the cute couple of New Zealand.
Thanks, Sharyn.
Bye, Lucy.
Bye.
Jeez, we're cute.
Oh, she even said...
We are so cute.
So
She
adorable.
says goodbye real cute. Aww.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint. On the edge.
I don't even know if we should be talking about this, but what the hell, let's do it anyway. Clint had a weird sex dream last night.
No, it wasn't a sex dream.
Well, it was a weird dream.
Well, it kind of was, because now it's got you questioning whether or not you should sleep with your sister.
No, you've got me out of context here. And it sounds really bad out of context.
I don't know if I remember it right, but I think if I remember it right is that Clint wants to sleep with his sister. Is that it?
No.
Yeah, it was something about how he's got a really hot sister and now he wants to sleep with his sister.
No. Okay, join me. Let me just take you back for a second.
Oh, no, that's right. It was, when is it okay for him to sleep with his sister?
No. So it all stems from a dream that I had last night.
About...
I'm just taking you into my dream.
Okay.
Now, for the record, my parents are still together.
Yeah.
And the parents of my girlfriend that I'm about to talk to are still together. My parents have just celebrated 30 years of marriage. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And for the record, I think the first for the record you should say is, for the record, I definitely don't want to sleep with my sister. Just get that out of the way.
For the record, this has nothing to do with sleeping with my sister.
Although we're
That's
not
right.
saying that she's not hot. She might be.
She's way too good for you.
She's my sister. You've woken me up from the dream. We need to go back into the dream.
Back into the
Okay.
dream.
So I had a dream last night that my mum ended up getting together with Lucy, my girlfriend's dad. Like, for some reason, both of our parents had got a divorce in the past and they were both single and ready to mingle. And then my mum shacked up with my girlfriend's dad. And they got married and they were in a full-blown relationship and stuff.
Amazing.
But I was already in a relationship with Lucy.
Yeah.
So technically, then, this pre-existing relationship, which was already there first, we were there first, now, technically, we're brother and sister.
So what you're asking is, if that happened in real life, in case you've predicted the future...
Yeah. In this
can you
hypothetical
stay with
situation...
can you stay with your girlfriend?
Yeah. Because technically, it's your sister now.
We've got to ask for callers on this because it's one of those ones where there might be someone out there, surely not, because it does seem wrong. Right? I wouldn't be keen on it.
But it could have happened. It could have happened. You could have, through your relationship, you could have introduced your single dad to your girlfriend's single mum or something, and then they end up getting together. And then what does that do? Does that mean that you are now? Does that mean that you are brother and sister? And can you still be in a relationship?
Well,
That's
the
wrong.
first thing you've got to do is make sure that your parents never ever meet Lucy's parents. But
Good
second
plan.
of all,
Good plan.
I'm all for it. You guys were together beforehand, and if they can do it in Summer Bay, they can do it anywhere.
Oh, that is... It's actually grossing me out just thinking about it. Maybe there's people out there with experience though. 0800 The Edge or text into 3343. Do you know anyone or are you in a relationship with your sister? Is it possible your parents get married and all of a sudden you're dating your sister?
Or your brother or your step-uncle. We don't mind. Just, are you in a relationship with a family member? We've got a situation on our hands, all thanks to Dream Clint. Clint had a dream last night that his mum started dating his girlfriend's dad. They ended up married, but he was in a real predicament when he woke up this morning because he was worried if he had predicted the future and this actually happened, is it okay that he stays with his girlfriend because he would technically be sleeping with his sister?
It's not a real situation. It's just a hypothetical where I was like, if this happened, would it be okay?
Was it a dream or was it a fantasy?
No, it was a dream.
Maybe it's just like, maybe it's on your mind to make your families become one.
No one in this situation is divorced or even single. It's just a really weird dream.
0800 The Edge. Are you sleeping with your sister?
Terry, tell us what you think about the situation. Should you sleep with your sister?
That's not it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that my mum's mum married my dad's dad.
Your mum's mum married your dad's... It's also your grandparents married each other.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
technically, your mum and dad are brother and sister.
Well, they were together first. They were together for a couple of years. And
Yeah.
Then, yeah, so... And then my mum's mum and my dad's dad got together after that.
But
And they got married and...
But as far as Christmas is concerned, the presents all end up under one tree.
Yeah, I hope so.
And also, more importantly, forget the tree. You end up only getting one lot of presents because your parents are married. Oh, that is silly. Ella Fonda, what are your thoughts on the whole situation?
I have a niece that had a baby to her half-brother.
Oh,
And
what?
It's kind of frowned upon in my family, so they...
Frowned upon around the world.
Ella Fonda, and I'm assuming this is a fake name. That's completely different. That is actual blood relation. I was just
No,
talking about
it was
the weird bit where you become stepbrother and sister, but you've taken it to a whole other level.
Yeah, so she was sent to New Zealand, and her baby was sent to another country.
Oh my god!
My mind just got blown because I did not pick up on the half-brother
No,
thing.
did you not get the blood bit?
I thought that you meant stepbrother. Well, that's just weird. Does it have six
Yeah.
fingers?
No, not half brother. They are brother and sister by marriage only.
Oh, thank
It's
God.
still same the family.
Yeah, I get it.
sorry.
You said half brother, and I thought
Yeah,
they've got
no,
the
sorry,
same mum or the
stepbrother.
same dad.
That was weirding me out. That was taking me to Honey Boo Boo's house where the baby was born with an extra finger. It was freaking me out.
This show got real weird for a second.
Moesha, what do you think? Is it okay to sleep with your sister?
Yeah, well, I know this girl who her mum got married to this guy's dad, and then they all moved in together, and then they started going out, and then their parents just accepted it, and they sleep in the same room now.
The thing is that if your parents got together and just by marriage, that your stepbrother, who's no blood relation to you, is smoking hot.
What?
It's just like having candy in the house all the time.
But it's a weird one, Sharyn, to meet your girlfriend or your boyfriend at the breakfast table or to share a bathroom with them.
What if you break
I'm
up?
just saying it could happen.
What if you break up and you've got to move into another room in the same house?
But there's no more rooms because they've rented your room out because you're sleeping with your stepbrother now.
Jesus.
Or you could just end up getting married and the wedding would be real small.
I think this just answers my question. I think it is weird. I think if this hypothetical dream situation ever did, which it's never going to come true, it is weird.
I'd just like to say it wasn't that weird for Tyler and Caitlin on Teen Mom. They had a kid together and everything.
There's nothing normal about Teen Mom, though.
There's nothing normal about this segment. Oh my godness.
Oh my godness.
Sorry.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. On the Edge.
We had one of our biggest ever interviews on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was huge. If you're listening to the Fat 40, you probably would have heard it in all its glory. Me and Clint, Sharyn, you weren't there?
No, I wasn't there, but I listened to it on the podcast. So if you want to hear the whole uncut thing, it's on our podcast now.
It was quite amazing. We spoke to Ellie Goulding, and she co-hosted the show with us.
She was wonderful.
She was amazing, but I gotta be honest with you, I felt like I maybe buckled under the pressure a little bit.
I kind of saw you getting quite nervous because you're a huge fan.
Yeah, and in classic style like me, I had quite an awkward, off to the wrong foot kind of, just like right now. The intro was weird. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to New Zealand, all the way from Lionshaw. Am I saying that right?
Lions Hall.
Lions Hall, Ellie Goulding! Welcome.
Thank
you.
Sorry for my racism.
Quite forgiving.
It's never a good start to an interview when you've got to apologise for racism.
No, definitely not. I listened to that this morning and I was running at the time and I had to stop running and laugh because I was like, what a great start, because I know how much you love her.
I told her I loved her. I told her I was a huge fan. Ali, I've got to say, it's such a privilege and an honour for me to meet you. I'm genuinely starstruck. I'm one of your biggest fans. Your cover of Rihanna's... Yeah, your cover of... because I'm a weird guy with glasses and moustache. Are you judging me?
You're playing it very cool if you're that much of a big fan.
Your cover of Only Girl in the World that you did for the BBC is one of my favourite covers of all time.
You are a fan then, if you know that.
You won her over with that.
The problem about having a dodgy moustache and glasses is that when you look around at the world, you forget that you have a dodgy moustache and glasses.
Yes.
And then I seem like the opposite of an Ellie Goulding fan with my terrible moustache. Well, how do you guys rate the moustache out of 10?
I wouldn't let you near a school.
It's bristly. It's tremendously bristly today.
So we did get off to a better start though. We brought up the local Kiwi heroes and Nelson friends, Broods. Ali, your opening act for New Zealand and Australia has been the hometown heroes from Nelson, Broods.
Sweet.
From New Zealand. How does that work? Do you end up choosing your opening act, or how do you end up with Broods?
Well, I really wanted them. I've been listening to them for a while, and I'm genuinely like stoked that they got to come on tour. I'm like, I can't believe I got them. They're so cool.
Because they're a young Kiwi band, and they're going to be playing Victor Arena, New Zealand's biggest arena today. So that's a real privilege.
Yeah, I'm glad. I hope they keep going up and do really well.
There's a stack of Kiwi acts that would love to sort of get the attention that Broods have got and be sort of heard by someone like you and picked up to be taken on a worldwide tour. How do you come across a band like Broods? How did you hear about them?
I hear about everyone. No, I don't. I genuinely, it sounds really dumb, but I really love music, and I really, every day I'm like on the blogs and on the Hype Machine on SoundCloud, and I follow a bunch of... SoundCloud is so useful because all the people that you follow, then you can see what they're following, and then like, and so on. So like I'm discovering music constantly every day, and like I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to discovering new things. So Bruce kind of just came up, and yeah.
Notice how I laugh really hard when I'm trying to impress Ellie Goulding real heaps? She like does like a little bit of a joke. I see everyone and I'm like, oh, great one, Ellie. Classic. I feel so self-conscious now. But probably the worst question of the day was when Clint asked her about her beatboxing and stuff.
You've just flown in from Brisbane, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had a show in Brisbane a couple of nights ago.
Yes.
I was looking at your Twitter account, and you said that you got to do some beatboxing on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that a regular thing, or is that a special treat?
Not a regular thing.
Are you a good beatboxer?
Probably not. Like, to a beatbox expert, probably no. Mm-hmm. But to people who don't really know, then yeah, maybe.
You've just applied a fresh round of lipstick, which would probably be messed up if you were to beatbox, but would you be willing to give it a go?
No, I have to be really, really intoxicated.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you
I was like, holding a glass of something in my hand when I was doing it.
Do you drink during shows?
Yeah.
You do? And before shows? Doesn't it affect you?
Yeah, no.
Do you think you're better if you drink during or before a show? Does it relax you more?
I don't really know. It's kind of like a thing now where it's just a habit, you know, and it's probably really bad, but I just have one, you know, not I don't like get pissed.
You've never been carried out of one of your own shows. I found that drinking stuff really interesting.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't anymore.
No.
But I did notice when she was here last time that she had a drink on stage with her.
The full interview is up as a special edition podcast if you search Guy, Sharyn and Clint in iTunes.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the Bloody Edge.
There are things that we care about in this world. We care about dolphins. We care about dogs. We care about our families. And we care about pies. And we take pies very seriously on this show, to the point that we now have a new feature we will do every Monday at this time. It is called Pie Connoisseur Ross. And we've got our friend Ross, who is a pie connoisseur, and he's honestly the best at eating pies, telling what's a good pie, where you should go to get a decent pie.
How clever is that name, eh? Pie Connoisseur Ross.
You know, I've actually got an app idea for a pie.
What is it? Hello, Ross.
No, I'm not going to tell. Hi, I'm not going to tell you the idea because someone will steal it, but I think I might call it pie conosauros.
No, you can't. It's trademark Guy, Sharyn and
Because
Clint
your
show
name
now.
is Ross.
I'll cut you guys in.
You're a
right.
connoisseur of pies,
Yeah.
and it's also like, rah, connoisseur Ross.
It's very
Pie
good.
conosauros.
And you kind of look like a dinosaur because you're really tall and you got a belly but real small arms. So when you walk around, you're like,
I have perfectly well-formed arms.
So
thank you
Ross,
very much.
Ross is here. The studio smells of pie. I imagine we're ready to kick into the first ever pie connoissauros.
Woo! Let's do it! I'm excited, yeah!
Legend tells of a great creature that roamed the plains, going from servo to servo in a quest to find the perfect pie. No mince and cheese spared, no bacon and egg neglected. Now, joining us live from the brink of extinction, the last of his kind, he is Pie Conosauros.
Today we have a Georgie pie, chicken and gravy pie. Smells good.
It's a big
Smells
part
good.
of it. Big part of it.
That's the first part. All right, here we go. That's good.
Pie Conosauros.
What sort of review is that? It's not a one-word review. You're a connoisseur.
That doesn't. I mean, look, it's really good.
Pie Conosauros.
Join us next week for another episode of Pie Conosauros, where we hunt down New Zealand's best pies.
Great segment.
New Zealand's pie connoisseur. That is pie connoissauros.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
This is one of my worst nightmares. And you know how you have those situations sometimes where you have to sit down your parent and tell them off because they have just mortified you. This happened to Chang over the weekend because
Nothing to do with my mum and dad, by the way.
he's involved in this situation. We received an email from the father of the girl that Chang is dating.
Seeing, yeah.
That's the same thing, mate. It's the same thing.
same thing, okay.
You're so weird about.
I'll
you're
roll
so-
along.
You're so weird about labels. Just let it go.
Yeah,
Your girlfriend.
I'll roll with it. Okay.
Okay, so we received this email, and it's amazing because it's just a nightmare come true. This is the email that we received. So, my darling daughter claims that she's hit the big time and is dating Chang. Is there any truth to this matter? If it is true, I suspect she's not the only one. LOL. And
Did he say lol?
He actually wrote LOL. So as to not prejudice the discussion, could you please tell me if and who Chang is seeing at the moment, just to see if a first name will confirm if she's telling me the truth or just winding me up. Smiley face, thanks and regards, Marcus.
So who was that email sent to?
That was sent to the show. So I got sent this in my inbox this morning, and when I saw it, I was just thinking, this is awkward. I don't know what to reply. And when I hit Chang up about it, he was like, I don't know what you should reply. Oh, I don't know. And so...
Well, what am I supposed to... I haven't met them yet.
So earlier today, we thought it'd be a way better idea if we just got Chang to ring Marcus and explain the situation of Chang and his daughter.
Good afternoon, Marcus speaking.
Hi, is this Marcus Perry?
It is so.
Hi, Marcus. It's Cheng here from The Edge. How are you?
Not too bad. Well, not too good either.
Why is that?
I got myself into a lot of shit.
Well, you did say...
Your girlfriend hates me.
Oh, whoa. I didn't say... Oh, whoa. Okay, we just need to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
I believe that you sent an email to The Edge
Yes.
asking me whether I'm dating your daughter, which we're not going to mention her name on air.
Yeah.
I just want to confirm I am seeing your daughter.
Yep. That's what I thought. I know that now.
Okay. Was that all you want to ask? Is there anything else?
That's all I wanted to ask. As you know, she's quite a funny person.
Oh, she is.
I thought she was winding me up.
Why would you think that?
Well, she's a very, very funny person. And she's hilarious in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And she was laughing when she said it.
So you thought it was a joke, it wasn't a serious thing?
That's exactly right.
Okay. I'm looking forward to the dinner invite at your place, though.
Oh, well, you're welcome anytime.
Oh, perfect. How
You're
about
welcome
tonight?
anytime, but I don't think she'll invite you over because she hates me now.
I love every second of that conversation because he is in so much trouble with your girlfriend now.
It's every father's worst nightmare. getting a call from Chi-Ho Chang to tell them that you're dating their daughter.
So awkward. Chang's girlfriend's dad, so Chang's future father-in-law, emailed us on the weekend wanting confirmation of whether or not Chang was going out with his daughter because his daughter said it and he didn't know if it was a joke or not. And it was the funniest email ever. And this afternoon, we want to know, when have you had to tell off your parents? Because it happens all the time, and it's definitely happening in Chang's girlfriend's house at the moment. Jake, when did you have to tell your parents off?
Well, we're in Christchurch, and Dad thought it'd be a great idea to take us for a bit of a cruise down Manchester Street, which is the K Road of Christchurch.
Yeah.
So we're driving down there, and he decides it'd be a great idea to pull over and have a bit of a chat to some of the lovely ladies. So he pulls over, winds down the window, and just starts asking them a few questions. You know, how much does it all cost, and so on.
What?
My brother's about 14, I'm about 9. My brother's in the back just absolutely hiding his face. I was loving it at the time. And she just calls him a sick bastard, and the taxi driver was just absolutely disgusted. So we drove off, and my brother just gave him an absolute grilling.
You were in a taxi? I didn't hear that bit at the start, so you were in there with a taxi driver as well?
Yeah, sorry, I missed that detail. Yeah, it was a taxi experience as well, so the taxi driver wasn't too impressed, but it was pretty funny.
I can't even talk.
No, I'm speechless by that entire story. It just sounded like your dad was cruising for later on.
Oh, no, he was loving it. I mean, to be fair, I was finding it pretty funny as well. My brother absolutely wasn't. The taxi driver was obviously happy at the start because he was getting more money because we were going slow down the street, but when we started asking the real questions, he wasn't overly impressed.
Nightmare!
I am absolutely scarred for life on your behalf. Jess, when did you have to tell your parents off?
It was not long ago. I had a guy mate go home with me and hang out for the day. We're not romantically involved at all.
Sure.
And so Mum gave him a tour of the house and introduced one spare bedroom as the boom boom room and the other spare bedroom as the playroom. And this guy just didn't get over it for weeks. And I was back there the next day and I had to sit her down. I was like, look, I explained to you we're not romantic. He's just a friend. And now he thinks that I think that we are in love.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Have you got one of those mums that's just always trying to set you up, though, and as soon as she saw a dude, she's like, okay, I'm going to go in on this one. I'm going to help you out.
Yeah, kind of. Like, she doesn't try and set me up, but the second I take a male friend round there, she's like, oh, it's the one, they're getting married, they're having babies together, it's the, you know, like the perfect situation. She just gets so overexcited.
Oh, Jess, she sounds amazing. Thanks so much for your call. Kerry, when did you have to tell off your parents?
I told off my mum after she informed a whole room of men that I had my vajayjay lasered.
Ew.
Yo!
See, people, this is a totally normal thing to do, but people love broadcasting this all the time. And did you then have to explain it to everybody?
Oh, I was just so embarrassed. I was like, seriously? You tell strangers that?
That is the weirdest thing.
It's not exactly something you go around telling everyone, is
Thanks,
it?
Mum.
Kerry, can I share something with you?
Yeah?
Sharyn's had her vajayjay lasered.
What?
Do you know how many times... honestly, I feel your pain on this one purely because Clint tells people that as often as he possibly can.
Clint's like your awkward mum.
It's so annoying. I've got to go tell Clint off now.
Text machine is blowing up. My dad came into the bar I managed during a private Christmas function, a fancy one, wearing only a sack and a Santa hat, beating his chest, yelling, "Sack man, I am the sack man." It's probably a winner.
That is just as good as the guy that went cruising for prozzies with his dad.
Guy, Sharyn, and Clint on the edge.
I probably shouldn't laugh at this situation, but my parents got their cat back from the vet on the weekend. It hadn't been acting normally, and the vet has diagnosed my parents' purebred Seal Point Burman cat Patsy with depression.
Well, because Patsy's just moved from Nelson to Auckland, hasn't she?
This bloody cat is depressed. Does Nelson think that's crazy? That's the world gone mad. Like, what if my granddad, he's passed away, rest in peace, granddad. But what if he found out about that the cat was depressed? You're a cat.
Well, it's at least
What do you have to be depressed about?
Well, you've just moved her, from her favourite place in the world, Nelson, up to busy Auckland where it's loud. She doesn't have all her regular friends to hang out with. She doesn't have her regular haunts to go play in.
This is what she does. She wakes up, she eats, she goes outside, she sniffs a tree, she cruises around, she has a nap, she watches some TV. She can play the Wii at home if she wanted to.
Nah, no, not enough dexterity.
And then she goes back to sleep. I don't know how she can be depressed. Maybe she's got not enough on.
It's actually quite common.
No, it's not.
It is common. Quite a few people have depressed animals.
What are we going to do? Get it some cat Prozac?
That's exactly what they do. They give it cat.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Just tell the. For a human, you definitely don't say harden up, but for a cat, harden up. You're lucky to be alive. You're a cat. Jesus Christ.
You think that's tough, going to the vet and getting, you've got a depressed cat, here's some pills.
Yeah.
Try having a dog, and this is I've got a French Bulldog, and it's very, very common for French Bulldogs to be gluten intolerant. So first
it's not.
So
if you're gluten intolerant and you're a dog, you shouldn't be alive.
So I gave my dog a corner of toast once. And that corner of toast cost me $400 because she came up in hives and had mucus coming out her eyes and ears. Everything was horrible. But then I thought, you've been such a good girl on your new diet. So my husband and I had a few wines at dinner and gave her a little piece of chicken to eat.
Yum.
Then about an hour later, come back in the door and she can't walk, is walking across the ground screaming, because she's had an allergic reaction to the chicken, which has made her swell up to the point that she can't walk.
Her what?
Her lady bit.
Oh my God.
So I had to
her dog vagina.
I had to take my dog to the after-hour vet and say, here's my dog. What's wrong with your dog, miss? I don't know, but she's got a really, really swollen little peach. And I had to put ointment on it for 2 weeks.
Man.
So now you feel happy about your depressed cat, because at least you don't have to cotton bud its...
Oh, no more talk about that. No more. We're still going to change the conversation. You win, Shaz Dog, you win.
Sometimes I think I want a dog, and then Sharyn tells me stories like that, and I'm like, no, you know what? I'm happy as I am, not having to put ointment on any dog bits.
So you know what? If anything, this dog has prepped me for children. There's nothing haven't done.
That's weird.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint.
More news coming in now, direct from my cell phone, texted to me from my mum. An 87-year-old lady is missing from a care facility on Shelley Beach Road. If you live in the area, please check your property. Well, like she's going to be hiding on your property. She's 5 foot tall, dressed in black, with red shoes. Police are combing the area now. Wait, I've got another text. Good news, the police think they found her. Sorry, that was news from my mum, and it's been solved. Thanks, Mum.
Thanks for keeping us up to date, Mum.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Gossip. Scandal. Romance. Sexy. News. Clint and the Glossies.
Welcome to Clint and the Glossies.
Thanks
Another
for having
edition.
us.
Oh, thank you for coming. I'm glad someone showed up. The first magazine we're visiting this week is Sharyn's favourite magazine, Famous Magazine. They've got Angelina Jolie on the cover, or as I like to call her, Skeletor. According to Famous Magazine, she's 40 kilos and pregnant.
Oh, man.
That is terrible.
The only evidence they have that she's pregnant, though, is that she had a bit of a glow on at the red carpet for Maleficent. Although, if someone was 40 kgs, you'd probably know if they were pregnant pretty fast, because there would be a visible person underneath their skin.
She looks so gaunt.
She does. Look at her hands.
There's nothing wrong with a good pie, Angelina. Do you know who wouldn't be 40 kgs? Jennifer Aniston.
The next magazine we're going to this week is OK Magazine. They're covering a story that Famous are pretty hot on too. J-Lo's toy boy boyfriend Casper Smart's affair with a tranny. And they're both publishing pictures of the tranny, and one of them apparently has like a screen cap of messages between him and the tranny.
Isn't it creepy how the tranny looks exactly like Kim Kardashian pre-Kanye? Before Kanye made her...
I didn't think about that.
She looks exactly like Kim Kardashian before Kanye gave her fashion sense.
To be honest, pretty hot tranny. Also, they've got they're covering Fat Rob Kardashian, and OK Magazine has a pretty amazing side-by-side of before and afters, when he was real fit and now that he's quite chub. That's
I feel
massive
so
difference,
sorry for him.
But the awkward bit is he went and got all those blinged out ass tattoos when he was in heaps of buff shape. Like he got that collar tattoo of names around his collarbone. And you just wonder if what the tattoos look like on man boobs. That's something I guess you got to think about when you get tattoos. The big story this week from the Woman's Day is the Rumble wedding. Dane Rumble, he's married his Babe and Az's wife, Nikki Phillips. They got married in Bali, and they've got pictures from the wedding. Sharyn, you had a good read of this?
Oh, she is so beautiful.
She's stunning.
And her wedding dress it almost looks couture looking. It's absolutely beautiful. And of course, Dane Rumble always looks beautiful.
What does couture mean?
Just like super designery, I think. I don't know the definition for it, but it looks like something you would see on a runway rather than a lot of the times you go to a wedding and you're like, oh, she looks so beautiful, nice dress, but dresses all look quite similar. I've never seen a dress that looks like hers.
The other big story in the Women's Day this week is male cleavage or heavage.
Ugh.
It's a real thing, and they've done an expose on it. They've covered Jude Law's heavage, Ryan Gosling's heavage.
This is the person who wrote this story should be really proud of themselves.
It should be, because it should be banned. I hate heavage.
Kanye's heavage and Ed Westwick's heavage. He's the guy from Gossip Girl.
It's the worst.
That there is another edition of Clint and the Glossies. That's all the best bits from the magazines this week.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint. Edge.
Time for rugby chat.
Rugby.
Rugby.
Kick pass. Ah!
He's been doing it all day, Ref.
Oh,
What's he been doing?
Touch finder.
Best billboards, what do you call them? People bring along signs for the rugby.
Yes.
Someone took along a free Chris Kens. That's a pretty good one.
Free Chris Kens.
And another one is the British First Five, Danny Cipriani. Someone took one that says Danny Cipriani listens to Nickelback.
I saw that on TV. That was classic.
Good burn.
Please excuse my ignorance. Who's Danny Cipriani?
Oh, just their loser.
He just said the
Loser
English
first five.
player, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
Other interesting observations. The All Blacks wore orange and white boots. Don't know who came up with that genius idea. Who in the locker room was like, hey, what colour, guys, a boot should we get to complement our All Black everything uniforms? I know, orange and white. Richie didn't wear them, though. I bet Adidas went out to Richie and like, hey, Richie, you want to wear our new boots? And Richie was like, no. And they're like, sweet as, thanks anyway, Richie, love you, bro.
Do you know, I actually, over the weekend after the All Blacks game, got over my Richie McCaw crush.
Whoa, this is a big deal.
It's gone, guys.
What did he do to put you off him?
Well, about a year ago, there were some photos of Richie McCaw and his girlfriend out. I'm not going to name her because I'm jealous. Actually, no, I'm not jealous.
I'm interested. What's her name?
Gemma Flynn from,
the hockey player.
Rumoured to be hockey player Gemma Flynn. And I saw a picture of them, and he was wearing kind of like loose jeans and then like Barter Bullock looking kind of sneakers.
Oh,
and
dad jeans?
Like dad jeans and sneakers. And I was like, Richie.
They call them Richie jeans.
But then I was like, don't worry about it, Sharyn. You can work on that when you're together. And then on Friday night, I was watching Crowd Goes Wild, and Chris Key from CG Dubs asked him who he'd want to spend the day with, and he said, you too. And I was like, if he likes you too, that means that he probably likes Coldplay. And they're my two most unliked bands in the world.
Oh my God, you broke up with Richie McCaw on the weekend.
It's officially over. I can't date you if you like U2 or Coldplay. And I can't now. It's gone. It's over.
Well, it's probably a good thing, seeing as you're married and he had no interest in you. So, other interesting observation from the game I had on the weekend was, remember on Friday we had Patrick Tuipulotu, the new All Black, on the show, and we wished him good luck for the game. He was about to get his first test cap. He was all G'd up. We were back. We were behind him. He was the only All Black we were able to get on the show, and we were real excited about it.
How did he go?
He was the only All Black that didn't get on the field.
Oh my God.
So that's nothing against Patrick.
Yeah, it's bad news.
Do you think that maybe there's a Guy, Sharyn and Clint curse? Because he didn't know this, but the All Blacks actually didn't want to give us anyone to talk to. We asked the media manager, like, who can we have? And they're like, oh, we'll try and find you someone. Never got back to us. So Chang weaseled his way in through the Blues and got us Patrick's number. We talked to him off the books, and then they don't play him on the field.
It's the curse.
It's the curse.
We're cursed.
It's the curse.
Do you know who else we interviewed last week? Chris Warner. Do you know who else didn't get on the field last week? Chris Warner. The curse continues.
No, but do you know what? We did curse Chris Warner because then last week Brooke Freeman tried to put the pressure on him to out his baby with Grace Kwan to Rachel. So
it's the curse.
And his marriage looks like it's breaking up. So
the curse.
The curse.
Guy, Sharyn and Clint on the Edge.
There you go. That's the podcast. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Do you guys want to hear my Jeremy Redmore impression?
Yeah.
Okay,
Jeremy
look.
Redmore, the
This
guy
is a
from
weird,
Midnight Youth.
Weird impression to do.
Of his new song, Bad Philosophy. Okay, here we go.
What?
It's the start of a song. It's like, oh crap! I mastered today to the same thing. Hang on. No, don't worry about it.
Sounds like a nose whistle.
No, because I did it. I mastered today, but it sounded like exactly that coming. I was like,
Don't pretend this is actually something that you've mastered.
I can do it. I can do it way better than you.
okay, go. No, that's not it. That's not it. It was exactly. I just did it. Like just always
That's
doing
it.
it.
No, that's not
My
it.
bad philosophy.
It's like this.
Yeah. I used to. Do you know? Actually, Jeremy
We've
Redmore,
jumped the shark, guys.
Jeremy Redmore sang at Dan Rumble's wedding.
Did he?
He sang his wife down the aisle.
Jeremy Redmore sang at Dane Rumble's wedding. Whose
Mm-hmm.
wedding did Dane Rumble sing at then?
A lot of people's, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
Didn't sing at mine. Didn't invite him.
That's
I wish I had, but no. If I'd seen him there, I would have been run the other way and taken it with me. Come with me. It's so funny. He smells so good.
Who? Dane Rumble or Jeremy Redmore?
Dane Rumble.
I'm so
Or
confused.
Bryce, your husband.
No, he smells good too. But I've always said that Dane Rumble is the nicest smelling man in New Zealand music.
It's all the fake tan he wears.
He doesn't wear fake tan.
He's orange. He's a lovely guy,
He is
but
not
he's orange.
He's not orange.
Congratulations to Dane and Nikki on your
Oh, they're getting
wonderful
married.
marriage. They're
They're
married, you
already
idiot. It was in
married.
Clint and the Glossies.
God.
Sorry, guys.
See you tomorrow. This podcast should have ended about a minute and a half ago.
Love you. Thanks for listening.
The Guy, Sharyn and Clint podcast.